Hello everyone. Today I'm opening up Hot Wheels. Actually, this one I will not open it. I'm going to keep it like that in the packaging. It's the 71 Snake, and they've never made this white and blue transporter before. This is brand new. The car, they've made it many times. Actually, twice they made it. They made it as part of the Black Box series, and they made it with the red lines. So this is really cool, really exciting, really excited to get this. And then I'm going to open up this Cadillac CTS-V series. So that, as you know, Hot Wheels bought Matchbox a number of years ago, and the Matchbox is a more European, usually prototypes, but they do a few American cars, and this is one of them. So this is the newer version. First time that I got this newer version of the Cadillac. They do a good job with the paint. That's what I mean, you know, they never disappoint. So that's very cool. What else have I got? I got this also from the Baseline Hot Wheels. It's a drag racer. It's the Corvette Gasser. So this is the reason why usually most dragsters, they have a rake. By that I mean the back is higher than the front, like this car here. This is the usual stance for a dragster. So the Gasser dates from the 50s, and why is the front higher is because they would switch from an independent front suspension and they would switch to a straight axle. And in order to get the axle under the oil pan, they would have to give it space like this. What would be the benefit of a straight axle? It's a weight reduction. So these guys, Gassers, they use superchargers, and they did the absolute everything that could be done to a car to make it faster. They would do it. So that was a long time ago. And I got another nice little Mustang with the opening hood. I like opening hoods. In fact, if I get a car that doesn't have an opening hood, I'm a little disappointed. So this, I am willing to pay a little bit more for that. I open up my packages like that because I can put the car back in it and use them for storage. So this, although they are not premium wheels for Matchbox, you'll find the odd Matchbox. You'll find the odd Matchbox with these types of wheels. But look at how nice this hood closes. This is so nice. There's a sticker on the air cleaner. I bet you under magnification you can read that. So it says Boss 302 on the side there, but the Boss 302 should have a hood scoop. And they got the spoiler molded in. Looks very nice. I like these wheels. I'm not swapping out these wheels. Little Boss 302 spoiler. The only thing, it should have a hood scoop. But look at this paint. Just absolutely cool. That hits the spot. That looks amazing. I really like this car. That is a keeper. And then this one here is sort of a throwback to the old days. I used to have a car like that when I was a kid. And I'm going to open it for you guys. So this is not a reproduction of an actual race car, more of a fantasy thing, but a nice reminder of the old days, you know, when I was little Didn't have a care in the world. Reminds me of the good days. And these, a lot of people had them because they were cheap. You know, you go to the department store and your mom or your dad can afford to get you one of these. This version, much more expensive, of course, but that's okay. And this, again, we're having a little bit of a drag racing theme here today. It's a funny car. Yeah, we're a little bit drag racing themed today. In the one from the 60s, this was metal and this was plastic. This one is the opposite. This part is metal and then this part is plastic. Still feels heavy. And they have the premium wheels on it. Racing slicks in the back, so that's pretty cool. That is also a keeper. Reminder of better days. This one too is kind of a fantasy model. 62 Plymouth. I have not had these. 62 Plymouth. I used to be the Mopar Encyclopedia. I think these had the Max Wedge. The Hemi didn't come out till 64. And then even in 64 it was very low production. Nowadays, you know, we are living the dream. I mean, you can get a Hemi powered pickup truck or Charger or Magnum. There's even SRT8 models of the Charger, the Magnum, the Chrysler 300. So that is really neat. Yeah, they put a little bit of tape on the headlights just to make it look cool. So this is kind of a fantasy car, but it's got the premium wheels. This one's got street tires, so it's a street machine. Never had that car before, so that's very cool. And then moving on to Jay Leno's garage. This is the Corvair Stinger, which I'll admit I never heard of that car before. So I went out on the interwebs and I looked at the video. These have always nice videos. Jay Leno, he likes old cars, but I'll tell you one thing, he is really good at communications. Like he's an old pro at this. So the Stinger, it was a racing version of the Corvair. Never had this before. Very cool car. The real car has these scoops that open up in the back. This is a very, very close reproduction to the actual car. Very neat. There was just a tiny little grain of dust on the wheel there. But look at this paint job. I mean, Hot Wheels, they do not disappoint. So it's white, you don't see the reflections all that well, but it is beautiful. And good details throughout. Very much looks like Jay Leno's car. And I also got the Mercedes. I hesitated to get it, but then I thought, you know, if I don't get it, I will regret. I will regret not getting it because these are very cool because of the gull-wing doors. That was a good invention. They nailed it. Not every car has gull-wing doors because it's complex and it's heavy, and there's no real benefit to it. You can also accidentally drop the door on somebody. So, you know, if you drop the door on your finger, it's heavy. It's coming down with force. So, I think it's heavy and it's cumbersome and it's complex. I think for safety reasons, they don't do the gull-wing doors anymore. This is, they reproduced the damage that's on the car. That's on Jay Leno's car. So probably Jay Leno left it like that because it's an actual race car. There's a really good video on this. This damage you see here, that's on purpose. There's a really good video on this. I'm sure I have not watched it, but now I'll have to say I'm very curious to see that. I'm actually glad I got that. And I also got Jay Leno's tank cars. That's a V16 from a tank that they made into a hot rod. So this, if you like to play video games, Gran Turismo had that in their game. It's not easy to drive. It's very heavy, that car. But it produces tons of torque. So that's also interesting when you're driving the car. Very easy to accelerate. But not so easy to take the corners. Oh, this is really cool. It's a very good reproduction of the car. Look at this beautiful finish. The Zamac with the chrome engine. Wow. And they got the premium wheels. They pretty much look like the wheels that are on the actual car. This is very cool. That too, that definitely is a keeper. So Hot Wheels, they don't disappoint. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.